guys, in this video we are going to focus on language awareness. We are still in Unit 10, Where on Earth. So we are going to revise the topic on reported speech, on statements, questions, commands and requests. Trust me, it sounds difficult, but I think it is the easiest thing about the reported speech. So let's have a look at it first. Direct speech is the exact words we speak. Meanwhile, reported speech is what we use when we repeat someone's words. Reported speech covers statements, questions, commands, and requests. Certain changes take place in reported speech. So now we have a look first at a few examples here. First one, do you speak French? She asked. So in reported speech, it becomes she asked whether or if I spoke French. As you notice, from the present tense there, you change it to past tense for reported or indirect speech. Now, you can also refer to your textbook page 125. Read about reported statement, question, commands and requests. Okay, the first one, reported statements and question. We use reported speech to tell someone what another person said. We use reporting verbs such as say and tell. The main verb usually move back one tense into the past. When we report what someone said, we change the following: personal pronouns, possessive adjective, etc., time, words and phrases. Other words such as this or that, here or there, come or go, and etc. When we report a question, the verb is not in the question form. It is the same as in statements. We often use the reporting verb ask. When the direct question begins with a question word, it is used in the reported question. When the direct question does not use a question word, the reported question uses if or whether. Reported commands and requests. We use tell to report commands and ask to report requests. We use an object after both. When we report commands and requests, we change the imperative to a full infinitive. So you may refer to your textbook as well. And there will be an additional note for you to refer in your textbook. Whenever you wanted to do the practice, you can always refer to page 173 for more details. So when a question begins with an auxiliary verb, we use if or whether in the reported questions. There are no question marks at the end of a reported question, and the syntax follows that of a statement, not a question. So reported speech is when we talk about what someone else said in the past. For example, we can see in the next scene. If your friend said, I've been to Singapore 3 times, so the reported speech is, Lisa said she'd been to Singapore 3 times. We often use reported speech when talking about a conversation that happened in the past, but there are some changes to the verb tenses. In reported speech, verb in the simple present become verbs in the simple past direct. For example, I want to go home. Next, he come. She said she wanted to go home. For reported requests, use the structure us, him or her, us or them to. For example, please make some copies. So the reported statement, she asked me to make some copies. Other example, please close the door. Reported speech is, he asked us to close the door. In this case of reported request, the main verb does not change. It is closed in the direct statement. For reported orders or commands, use the structure told, me, him or her, us or them. For example, go to the bank. Reported, he told me to go to the bank. Again, in reported orders, the main verb does not change its form from the direct to the reported statement. This is another example of reported question. Okay, now I would like you to do this practice on page 1 to 5. Rewrite the following reported speech in your notebook. There are about 10 questions, so you have to read it carefully before you rewrite the following sentences in reported speech. Number 1, we may have Chinese food tonight, they said. Number 2, can you help me with my project on UNESCO, please? She said. And number 3, have you heard of the civilization? Said the student to the teacher. And number 4, Africa is here on the map, the teacher said. So this is an example on how you are going to rewrite for sentence number 1. Now we move on to reported speech reporting verbs. Reporting verbs express different things. There are a number of reporting verbs and these are followed by different structures. So here are another examples. She demanded to speak to the manager. He accused me of stealing his passport. We complained that rooms were dirty. Okay, this one, grammar part 2, page 127. We can use different reporting verbs to summarize what someone said. Different structures are used depending on the verbs. Example like I gave you earlier. Verb plus object plus full infinitive. Another one, verb plus preposition plus gerund. And the next one is verb plus object plus that. Example, she agreed to come to Venice with me. Another one, he denied breaking the statue. Next one, she denied that she had invited him. So there are 3 types of structures that you can use. First one, use full infinitive. Next, you use gerund. And another one, you can add on the word that. Alright, some reporting verbs can be followed by more than one structure. Let's visit Angkor, he said. So, example, he suggested visiting Angkor, that one using gerund. He suggested that we visit uncle. That one use verb plus object and plus tag. Okay, this is another practice for you to do. Practice 3, choose the correct answer. There are 6 questions there. Alright, another one is practice number 4. Rewrite the sentences in reported speech. Use the reporting verbs in bold. Write the sentences in your notebook. They already gave you the reporting verbs, which are offer, agree, demand, apologize, explain, deny, refuse, inform. For your information, we have a lot of reporting verbs. You can always Google for it. So I'm going to show you how you're going to write the answer for number 1. Here we go. This is some example of reporting verbs. And I think that's it for today's lesson. Okay, hopefully you are able to complete those exercises. Don't forget to submit it to me. Till then, thank you and stay safe always.